Valentino Rossi, the legend himself, has dropped a bombshell on the world of MotoGP. Tune in as we unravel the explosive truth behind Rossi's revelations and the impact they have on the sport today. But before that, make sure to subscribe to MotoGP Zarathos. Since the legendary Valentino Rossi hung up his helmet and ended his racing career as a motorcycle rider in Valencia in November 2021, he has rarely been seen walking through the MotoGP paddock. While it's true that Rossi is now busy with his racing career, there's another reason for his absence: the direction the sport has taken since he left, which he sometimes finds disheartening. In a candid interview with the Italian newspaper The Stamp, Rossi shared his thoughts on the transformation of MotoGP, a sport he had helped shape over the course of several decades. Rossi said, "After my time there, MotoGP has returned to what it was before, which is to say, a category for enthusiasts." The legendary rider also discussed his unique ability to make MotoGP more accessible to a wider audience, extending its appeal to grandparents and young children alike. Rossi explained, "For some reason, I managed to bring the sport closer to the grandmothers and the younger children. I don't know exactly why that was the case. Maybe it was a combination of my results and my off-track character." Valentino Rossi, the iconic Italian rider whose career in the World Cup spanned over an impressive 25 years, couldn't help but draw comparisons between the state of MotoGP today and the sporting world of the 1990s. Back then, he reminisced, athletes like Diego Maradona and Ayrton Senna were considered legends. They're larger-than-life personas, leaving an indelible mark on their respective sports. However, times have changed and the culture of sports has evolved. Rossi pondered who could fill Senna's shoes today, suggesting Lewis Hamilton as a possibility, although noting that he isn't exactly a young up-and-comer. Rossi went on to describe the current era of MotoGP, and sports in general, as politically correct. He grieved the absence of the heated rivalries that once fueled the sport, rivalries that he had experienced firsthand with competitors like Max Biaggi, Sete Gibernau, Casey Stoner, Jorge Lorenzo, and Marc Márquez. In stark contrast, today's MotoGP riders appear to be more friendly, embracing each other as families rather than fierce opponents. The legendary Italian rider expressed his longing for those intense rivalries, questioning whether the current friendly atmosphere is truly beneficial for the sport. He said, "Today they are all friends, and they hug each other. Is that good? I think it was better when everyone said what they thought. It is human to say things. The truth is that it matters if you are a doctor, pizza chef, or racing driver. If you are always hiding everything, then it starts to become artificial." Given these sentiments, it's not surprising that at the moment, Valentino Rossi doesn't feel a pressing need to stay deeply connected with the day-to-day happenings of MotoGP. Instead, his focus has shifted to the world of four-wheeled racing, where he has been dedicating his time and energy to GT racing since 2022. With his packed schedule and newfound passion, he rarely finds the time to travel and attend races in the premier class of motorcycling. Despite the physical distance, Rossi, a 9-time world champion, keeps a watchful eye on the championship from afar, particularly when it comes to his VR46 Academy and the recent successes of his VR46 racing team. While he acknowledges his ongoing interest in the sport, Rossi candidly admits that he doesn't miss being directly involved in the races. Reflecting on his experience watching the Grands Prix on TV, he says, "Sometimes I wish I was there, but then I think I've done my part. Now it's everyone else's turn." Rossi's words paint a picture of a man who has come to terms with the end of a storied career in MotoGP and has gracefully handed over the reins to the next generation. Though he may no longer be a fixture on the track, his influence on the sport and the many lives he has touched along the way will undoubtedly continue to resonate for years to come. Rossi's words showed that MotoGP has really changed since his time, as the exciting rivalries of the past have been replaced by a friendlier and politically correct atmosphere. While some people might think this change has made the sport more welcoming and friendly, others, like Rossi, miss the intense, no-holds-barred competition from the good old days. So what are your thoughts on the Rossi's remarks? And what do you think of the changing dynamics of MotoGP since Rossi's departure? Do you miss the fiery rivalries of the past? Or do you prefer the more inclusive and friendly environment of today's racing scene? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this insightful dive into the world of MotoGP, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your fellow racing enthusiasts. And of course, Make sure to subscribe to MotoGP Zarathos for more exclusive content about the sport we all love.